everybody? In this video I'm going to show you how to do something that's very important but a lot of people overlook. It's a simple thing to do. That's taking your gear oil and replacing it with new gear oil and changing your gaskets. I'm not really sure what's going on with this. It looks like bed liner or something. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling I'm going to have a hard time getting this cover off. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray all the bolts with PB Blaster and let it sit a couple hours or however long, because this has been on a long time. So I'm gonna get started on doing that. So luckily I noticed Ford did this right. On my race car, you used to be able to see the back of the bolt. That was bad, because then you'd get all sorts of salt and water in there and it would rust and your bolts would break almost every time. It's pretty discouraging, but yeah, these are all enclosed. I don't feel any of the backs sticking out. So good job to Ford on that. So I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. So before I go to the next step, I want to show you a little something that you should be keeping an eye out for. When you're doing work on old cars, always look and see, you know, if there's any problem spots. Like I have a broken vent for the rear end, and the U-bolt for the rear end is pinching the brake line. So always be cautious, always look out. You never know who was working on this car before you. So just a little tip. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tap the bolts all the way around. Hopefully they're already loose, but if they're not, that should help out a little bit. Let's give it a try. Ah, crap. All right. Well, there's one. So, all right, I'm gonna stop the video right now and I'm gonna spray them down again, and when I come back, I'm gonna heat it up. So I kind of felt that break. Just is what it is. So the next thing we're going to do is clean off all the dirt and gasket pieces. I lost my gasket scraper, so this will do. Now you want to reach your hand in there and you want to pull all the stuff out. Be very careful. You got sharp pieces and little slivers and stuff like that. I've seen chunks of gears, and it's very sharp when it breaks, so just be very careful. That's pretty nasty stuff. I got my drill all ready. Let's start drilling. Do your best to keep it in the center. Now, even though that created heat, I don't believe it's enough, so I'm gonna heat it up. All right, give it a couple of good whacks. And that did not work. So, that's carbide steel, so I'm gonna have to drill that out. All right, let's get to it. All right, this thing is defeating me, so I am going to spray it with PB Blaster or WD-40. Let it sit. It's just being a pain. So once I get this out, I can start throwing it all back together. So, all right, I'm gonna do that. So, okay, now that I'm done, I'm gonna take a fine file and I'm gonna kind of file down a little bit, not much. Don't do too much. But you wanna go straight. For gasket sealant, I got Permatex form a gasket sealant. It's hard setting, so you want to put enough on here to form a seal all the way around. You want to loop around the holes. You don't want to put too much. You don't want to put too little. So we will do this. Once you put it on, you want to let it dry a couple minutes, get it tacky. Make sure it's all the way around. Like I said, you don't want too much. Okay. So now, because there is a wrong way to put this gasket on, you gotta find what direction. And there it is right there. So we're gonna wait a few minutes, but while we're waiting, I'm gonna put the sealant on this. That way it's drying at the same time and I can place it at the same time. And that is all you want, just like that. Just a little bead, not even a bead, just a smear. Just all the way around, make sure it goes around your holes. That way there's no leaks. So, we're gonna let this dry for a minute or so. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna place this on. And this is kind of a one-way deal. We'll do a cross pattern. Just because I don't have all the bolts, I gotta go to the store and get them. Okay. So there's 2 bolts missing, but obviously I broke that one. I have that one in my hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go to the store later on. Probably won't put it in this video, but I'm gonna get all new bolts and put them on, make it look a lot better. So yeah, now I just gotta wait for it to dry. It's fast drying, so should be pretty soon. And then I'll put the gear oil in. So you take an extension, just a regular 3/8, put it there. Came off pretty easy. So you don't have to, but I'm gonna keep my drain pan right here just in case. So because I wasn't sure if I was gonna take out my gear oil, I got the cheaper stuff. What you want is the fully synthetic. A lot of people are suggesting the 75 weight 140. So I went with it. I found it was hard to find for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, so it's gonna take, the recommended amount was 1 1/4 of these. It might take more, I don't know. Might take less, we'll find out. There. You just wait till it starts coming out like that, and then you know you got it full. So always save your little red caps. Put that right back on. And you just close it up. Ow. There, you don't want it too tight, but there it is. That's how it's done. So good luck and keep wrenching, everybody.